So, Sahil, you wrote about how Democrats see this as a big opportunity. Why are some Republicans taking this on now with the midterms approaching?
Andrea, there's no master plan coming from the top of the Republican Party here. These ideas have come about organically as many of these Republican candidates campaign on tackling inflation by cutting government spending. And when asked to get specific, many of them invariably mention the need to cut spending on these retirement programs like Social Security and sometimes Medicare, just given how big a part of the federal budget they are. Let's put up a list of some of the prominent Republicans floating this. There's Blake Masters, a Senate nominee in Arizona who recently made waves by calling for privatization of Social Security. There's Ron Johnson, the senator from Wisconsin facing re-election, who's called for shifting Social Security from a mandatory program to a discretionary program. What does that mean? It means Congress would have to reauthorize it every year or the funding would go away. There's Rick Scott, who several months ago proposed a plan that would put all federal laws in the chopping block every 5 years unless Congress passes a law to continue them. Those programs would include Social Security. And then there is the Republican Study Committee led by the man you see there, Jim Banks. It's a group of about 100 influential House Republicans. They proposed a budget in June that would include long-term changes like raising the retirement age in accordance with lifespan and reducing benefits over the long haul by indexing them to a lower rate, or rather a slower rate of growth. Now, there is a split within the party because many of the old guard Republicans, such as Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, who were around for the 2005 debacle when the Bush administration tried partial privatization of Social Security, they're not touching this. They know that it could be politically lethal with voters, and Democrats are trying to exploit this issue, drive that wedge between the Republican coalition, with the fiscal conservatives on one side who support these changes, with the base of older voters in the party who like Social Security, get spooked by the prospect of any cuts to that program. I put these questions to the Blake Masters campaign because he's been back and forth on this issue. I want to put up what he said or rather what they said on the screen. His campaign spokesperson told me that Blake Masters is not backing off his support for private accounts, but he wants them to be in the future. He wants them to be optional and only for younger generations who are not currently getting Social Security. Andrea.